Hello. Okay, guys, I'm live on 2 platforms here. We're live on YouTube and we're live on Instagram. Poof. So forgive me if I'm like jumping back and forth from the cameras here. It has been a while, my friends, since we've been able to do tarot, and I brought out all the cards today. We got our oracle cards. I love these ones. These are these new ones from Colette Baron Reed. They're awesome. I've got my new tarot cards that I just got, these Gilded Tarot Royale, and my old ones. So, hello, guys. I'm quickly going to describe, what we're doing here so that you guys know. As many of you know, I'm a psychic medium. I communicate with people who've passed away. And I interpret the spiritual energies all around us and help you guys interpret the spiritual energies going on all around you. Tarot cards have been my homework this year. God gave me homework. This is how I started out by many years ago. I got my first tarot deck and I started out giving messages to friends and family and like practicing that way. I was really good. I was so good that some of my friends freaked out, kicked me out, and didn't let me do it anymore. I was so good with the tarot cards that it literally freaked me out for a long time. I put them away. And then all this other stuff, my gifts started emerging. I focused on this. I can talk to dead people all day long, right? But I had gotten away from the tarot a little bit. So a few months back, I received what I call a calling, which is this uncontrollable urge that you cannot quench to begin a project. And in that calling, in that uncontrollable urge, I researched every single tarot card so that I could understand my own meaning of it. And I put it all in this book. It's sad. It's all like handwritten, you guys, the whole book handwritten. Woo! As I throw it across the room. So yeah, this took me like just under a day. That's what I mean by a calling, an uncontrollable urge. I could not put the pen down. I couldn't stop the research, even if I wanted to. So what I've been doing is during my weekly messages, or after my weekly messages, I guess, when you guys comment, liked and shared on the video, and you like and share these videos, then you write your name, liked and shared. And guess what? I write your names down. Did I throw the list on the floor? No. I got all the names right here. In case you're on Instagram, right there. And if you're watching this on Instagram, please know this is being recorded on YouTube as well. And so you can come back and you can, if you go on YouTube, you can see I wrote down all the names in order of how I'm going to read for you guys today. So you don't have to watch everybody's reading if you don't want to. I like watching the readings because there's so much wisdom that comes out in every reading. You guys, the cards, the tarot cards are kind of like each card represents specific things, right? Like if we look at this card, the courage, strength, right? So it's kind of like a whole bunch of different words and letters that when you put them together, they give you insight and they give you, sometimes they can help us understand complex situations and maybe things that we're not quite thinking about, but we really need to focus on. They kind of help with direction, right? So one of the ways I like to help give back to all of you who watch the messages all the time and kindly share these videos everywhere, because that is my advertising. It's word of mouth, all word of mouth. I don't advertise any other way. At this point, I don't. So one of the ways I like to give back is by getting up here once a week. And I haven't been able to in a few weeks because I just moved and there was so much going on. But I like to get up here and once a week pull some cards for everybody who has liked and shared these videos. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, all the names are written down. I've gone back through all of the videos, all of the posts and stuff on Facebook and Instagram that have said liked, people have written liked and shared Please remember you need to write down a name. If your name is just a bunch of numbers or letters, random letters, and you wrote liked and shared, I'm not going to pull a card for you. I need a name so that I can focus in on that energy. I don't care if it's just a first name. I just need a name, right? So for example, the first person on our list, her handle is Nocrazykid, but she wrote her name there. So Kelly, you get the first reading. All right, you guys. So we're going to do this, and then I will be back at noon to do normal messages from Spirit. But please keep in mind, as I go along here, you guys, I am a psychic medium first. So even while I'm pulling these cards and trying to bring up these messages, I will still get messages from Spirit while I'm doing it. And I will be guided to different parts of the card or whatnot. But one of my members just wrote, good morning, beautiful. I don't know how to send you a message. You guys, my email address. They can't take that away from me. I pay that monthly, right? That reminds me, I should tell you guys all, there's a scammer using my name, using my name, my face, my pictures, and trying to scam people out of their credit card information. You guys, I don't take credit card. Never have. I will when I get my center built, but not now. And I don't take money before a reading. So if somebody is telling you that you want a free reading with me, but you have to give them your credit card, tell them that they're a fraud and report it to Facebook. But don't report it as somebody pretending to be me, because Facebook says, nah, they're not pretending to be her. What they're doing is just fine. You'll get a message back saying that that person's not going against their community standards. That person's just scamming people and vulnerable people, grieving people out of money. But according to Facebook, they're not doing anything wrong. I've contacted the police, you guys. There's nothing that I can really do. So I'm kind of stuck. And I just need your guys' help. And I need you guys to just be very, very careful. So to contact me for readings, members, if you want your messages, you can get a hold of me on my website, thmedium.ca. Or always get a hold of me on my email address, which is tracy@thmedium.ca. TRACY, no E in Tracy. Okay, you guys, we don't have too many people on our list because we used to have so many people, but then Facebook started taking all my stuff down because they're a little... Zip it, Tracy, don't say that. Let's just focus on what we're doing. It's not sharing our opinions on Facebook. Okay, here we go. Kelly. Spirit. Whew. And see, you guys, I don't know what any of your questions are. So I want you to think about your question as I'm shuffling this. You got to understand that these messages are time sensitive. So it doesn't matter if you're watching this 12 hours later. Your future energy is helping to guide me shuffling these cards right now, because this is happening in real time for you. So focus on whatever your question is. Try to make it a yes or a no question as best you can so that I can help interpret the cards. I mean, if I don't know what your question is, it makes it a little hard to interpret the cards, right? So make sure that your questions are kind of yes and no the best you can. All right, here we go. All right, Kelly. Spirit. Insight, answers, or wisdom for Kelly. Insight, answers, wisdom. Ooh, Kelly. I'm going to bring out my book, but the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. Hold on, I know him very well upright, but the reverse version... Yeah, that's what I thought. Slowing down, stagnation, inertia, not knowing how to move forward or where to go, stuck. That's what I thought. But see, the thing about it is that the upright, the Knight of Pentacles, is a slow, steady, working hard kind of energy. So if he's reversed, you get that slowing down, that kind of stuck energy. I want to pull one more as a clarifier. Oh, let's use these ones for the clarifier. What is the clarifier for her? Ooh, Spirit, give me a clarifier. What are we talking about here? Oh, Kelly. This is good. This is very good. See, this is telling me you've been trying to build something. You got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is, again, a beginning, but we're kind of stuck, right? And the beautiful thing is that you have the World. The World, I want you to understand, is a card of completion. It's a card of old cycles ending, new cycles coming in. This card is not reversed. I want you to understand. The World was not reversed. That tells me that whatever is trying to end in your world is a very good thing. But it looks to me like you are perceiving it differently. You're perceiving this change as something that's happening to you, as lack, as something being, as like work that you've been working towards being flipped upside down or something. But what you need to know is that God's on your side, and that this is the end of one cycle and the beginning of another cycle. But it's interesting, this is coming up because in the shower this morning, that's where the dead like to talk to me, in case you're wondering, because water is a conductor of energy. They explained to me that the world is kind of going through a birthing process right now, where we're birthing into a new world, and out with the old and in with the new. But you have to understand the way that energies work around any birthing process. So if you are birthing something in your world, which means creating something new, working hard for something new, that often means you've spent a period of manifestation, or a period of, yes, manifestation. Gestation is the word I'm looking for. So, because it doesn't happen automatically, right? What happens is sometimes when we are birthing that new thing, it comes with a lot of pain. I say this because recently I've lost 30 pounds. Since October, I've lost 30 pounds. But every night going to bed, I also have fibromyalgia. So it is just killing my legs. My whole body has been in enormous amounts of pain. And many nights I've been going to bed going, why am I broken? I'm so broken. What's going on with me? Why is this happening? Why does it hurt so bad? I'm losing weight, but why does it hurt so bad? And in the shower this morning, I was reminded that birthing into something new does sometimes hurt, right? Labor's not easy. We feel that pain. But if we perceive it as, when we're having a baby, if we perceive that pain as, oh, my life is over, this is the worst thing that could happen to me. And if we perceive it as evil, we're going to have a hard time bonding with that baby, right? The thing is that the second that wheel turns, the second that the thing is born into our world, whatever it is, those birthing pains go away, right? But there is always some kind of pain associated with creation of something new. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. So, for example, for me, what I've been telling myself this morning when I got that message, it was like, wow. So maybe instead of telling myself that I'm broken, and that, why is this hurting so bad because I'm broken? Maybe what I should be saying to myself is, you know what? Yes, it's hurting. That means we're doing something. Something's changing. If there's pain, that means that there's good stuff coming. So, Kelly, this is what your reading reminds me of. I don't think there's anything wrong going on in your world. I think that you're trying to create something new, but you got to change the way that you perceive what's going on right now, because what is going on right now is what needs to happen to carry you to birth that something new. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so I gotta cross these off as I go, or I will read someone twice or forget someone. Trust me, I've done it before. Another disadvantage of being a medium is that oftentimes it feels like my brain is not my own, right? Okay, Pat what? Oh, my friend Pat. Look at these cards, Pat. What did you ask? They're like popping like popcorn. Okay, let's try this again. Focus on your question, Pat. Focus on your question. Spirit, what insights, answers can you give Pat? There it is. Page of Wands. I heard pull 2 and I got 3. That's interesting. Pat, you got a story coming up here. I'm going to pull a clarifier here in a minute, but you got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, first of all, the pages always bring an offer of some sort. And the Page of Wands is the fire signs of the tarot. So passion, projects. New beginnings. I've got a lot of people doing new beginnings here. Da-da-da. A state of indecision or no, wait, that's a reverse side. That didn't make sense. As soon as I started reading it, I'm like, that's not right. Starting a new project, like I said, new idea, committing to a passion or diving in, seizing a moment, beginning, being decisive after procrastination. Yeah, okay. So this is an idea that's coming in, but it's not just an idea. It's the implementation of the beginning of the idea. He's not a knight. He's not a king. It's not the completion of the idea. It's the beginning of an idea. But the page also brings some type of offer with it as well. Now, then you have this followed by the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Dissatisfaction with your current production. So I don't know, whatever you're doing, this sounds almost like a work thing, hun, because this is dissatisfaction with whatever you're doing now. You got this new idea for this new project coming in and the beginning of a new project while you're being dissatisfied from whatever you're working on now. Ooh, I want to look up that moon again, because normally the moon, or not normally, but always the moon is about things you can't see, about illusion. If you're wondering why I'm talking about the moon, it's your next card. It can be about illusion. It can be about not having all of the information yet, having to deal with fear. It can often represent a lot of fear. But when we reverse it, it is more, just makes sense. Hold on. So, yeah, interesting. It's about trying to stave off fear, trying not to be afraid. So look at this. This is what I mean about how this put the cards together and they tell us a story, guys, because you have the beginning of a new project, because you are done with where you are. You're not satisfied with where you are, but you're afraid to kind of take those next steps. You're afraid, trying to stave off what is being afraid, feeling stuck in the dark. And sometimes it can also indicate doing a lot of stuff over here to take our mind off of what's going on over here. But it's a reminder. I'm just going to say this is a reminder. I don't know what your question was, Pat, but I would say it's time to begin the project. And I'm going to pull a clarifier because I want to know, Spirit, God, if Pat just does this and she takes that fear and she swallows it and she goes, well, you know what? I'm still afraid. I guess I'm just going to have to do this one afraid. You know how many times I've done that? Whew, don't let fear stop you. Just tell yourself, we're going to do this afraid. If that's the only way to do it, we're going to do it afraid. Yeah, because if you don't, you can't start. This is the beautiful thing. This is the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, it's one of the best projects starting, new projects, basically. Beginning, passion, projects, communication, ideas, beginning of a new idea. So this reversed is saying, you know what? I think you're really freaking out because you know it's not time to start this yet. But like, this is what you have to understand. You got the page. It's just the beginning. You're supposed to be planting the seed of thought because there is this incredible beginning coming your way, sweetie. But so you just got to get in alignment and start creating where you want to go. And that means thinking about where you want to go and not creating where you don't want to be by thinking about what is not working. Think about where you're going. You're going to be fine. You got an incredible new beginning coming in here. Oh, I just ripped our list right in half. Sorry, guys. This is what tarot cards with Tracy are like. It's all crazy some days. But guess what, you guys? Oh, while I'm switching to the next person, I hope that helped, Pat. I have a new desk upstairs with everything. Right now, I got my Instagram tablet resting against some frozen bacon. Last time, it completely overheated on me, and I haven't had time to go out and get a new one. I don't even know if it's broken or if it's something I did wrong. I could have been. I'm just not so good with electronics. But hey, we got it working for now. And then next week, whole new station. You guys are going to love it for tarot. Make it so much easier. If you could see this little setup that I got going on here, you'd laugh at me. All right, Marlena Fan 222. Now, I don't know who you are, Marlena, You still have a bunch of numbers in your name, but your name is there too. So I'm going with it. I'm hoping your name is Marlena because it's Marlena fan. And the cards are spouting off already, Marlena. I'm not going to take it because I'm not taking pop-outs anymore. But that was the 7 of Swords, Marlena. So that's usually the Liar and the Thief of the Tarot. I don't know if he means anything here. I guess we'll see. If he wants to come back out, he will. Spirit, what can you tell us about Marlena? What can you tell us about Marlena? Before I pull this, Spirit just told me to say one more thing to you guys, because I can see that there's a number of people. I can't see how many, maybe 8, 10. I don't know. There's a bunch of people watching. And if you are still watching this and you're watching other people's tarots, remember that if you're getting a situation that sounds like yours, it's not an accident that you're here and that you're hearing these messages, because that's how synchronicity and cooperative incidents work, right? The dead, your loved ones, God will bring you to hear a message that if it resonates for you, trust me, it's for you. There's no such thing as random or fluke. It is coincidence, which means cooperative incidences. And it's the language of spirit, guys. All right, Marlena, what is your situation here? Spirit, what insights, clarity, and wisdom can you give to Marlena? Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that, Marlena. So I don't know what your question was, honey. But first, you had the pop out of the liar, the thief, the cheater in the tarot, and now you have the Ace of Cups turned upside down. That tells me you're probably dealing with a broken heart. You're probably dealing with a situation that the truth being revealed, something like that. Narcissism, selfishness, withholding of emotional truth. I think I'm going to pull one more clarifier on this, hun, but it's pretty straightforward. I don't know what your question was, but I think you need to understand that, or see somebody's true colors as they really are, and let go. You got the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about knowing, especially when he's reversed as he is. It's about, you've been in this transition period, this waiting period, this stuck period for a while. I think you've been waiting on that 7. I want to pull another one of these. I think you've been waiting on that 7 of Swords guy to be truthful, and you've been hoping, but I don't know. Yeah, you got the Fool reverse too, hun. I think there comes a time where, and I heard them say, read the Fool. It means there's something in here. As a medium, there's things that'll pop out at me sometimes, but yeah, acting reckless, foolish, feeling restricted and held back. I think that there is just no more room to go forward, that it's just going to continue to bring pain. I think that you're not being told the truth, and as hard as that can be to face sometimes, it's also extremely beneficial, because when we face the truth, we can move on and we can look in another direction for happiness, and we can receive what it is that we're asking for. Where did I put my pen? I hope that helps, hon. Okay, here we go. Donna Robitaille. Oh, Donna, your energy is very good. Just saying. I've read for you before, tarot cards, I think, and difference in the energy for sure. Spirit, what can you tell us for Donna Robitaille? Woo, you see that just jump out, and it did not want to go. It specifically jumped and flipped so that he would be in this position. This is a very good card, but I want to pull another one. You got the Emperor. That's card of bosses. That's card of authority, taking control, work. Yeah. This is a good thing. I think you are taking control in your environment again. The Emperor is the boss, the leader, the taking charge of a situation. This situation has broken your heart in the past. You were dealing with some kind of situation that was like tearing you apart, making you feel like you were left out in the cold, right? But now this card is reversed, so it's coming in from being left out in the cold. It is, I don't wonder, I just got to pull one more card after this because I want to know what you did. What did you do that made this change here? Yeah, a long-standing worry being released, which makes perfect sense with that 3 of swords there. And the emperor is like taking charge, taking control after this period of this long-standing worry. And then if I put that together with what I said when I first tuned into your energy, which was that your energy feels better than it did before, that makes a lot of sense. Spirit, what are we talking about here? Give me a clarifier. What did she do? What decision did she make here? Yeah, ending. You have the death card coming up. You made a decision that ended something in your world that was not working for you anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Where's my death card here? Here we go. I'm willing or unable to let go of past or old way of doing things, stuck in old habits. Yeah, I think you were stuck in a situation for a long time, stuck feeling like you were left out in the cold. And then you know what you did, girl? You came back in and you got your power back. I'm so freaking happy for you. That is amazing. Good things are going to start happening now. You chose love, not fear, and it helped bring in that emperor boss man kind of attitude. Oh, Elaine, that's so good. That is so awesome for you. Okay, next. Wait, did I say Elaine? Donna. I knew who I was talking to. Weird. Elaine? Recknagel. I just did Elaine. That's why a little bit ago. Wow, you guys, the energies are just all distorted up in my head. You know what's funny about that is that on the way home today, too, I mean, I drive back and forth the same place every day. I drive my kids to school. I had to turn around 3 freaking times because I totally got myself turned around. I kept missing my turns. And I mean, it's somewhere that I drive all the time. Trisha, I saw that you said I did like and share. I will put your name at the bottom here, hun, because like I said, there was some that I did not. It does not surprise me that there's some that I missed because of all the chaos that was going on this last week. So if I've missed you as well, you guys please send me a message, send me a comment, something. The Instagram comments, guys, I really can't read your comments because, well, there's a reason I have glasses. I can't see very much. If you're liking and sharing for the first time now, as I'm spitting on things, I probably won't have time to pull your cards today, but we will come back, and I do this every Tuesday. And now that everything is getting settled down and stuff again, I will be back again next Tuesday and doing this every Tuesday. All right. Kim. Oh, my friend Kim. Kim Paul. Kimberly Paul. You know what I'm hearing in my head, Kim? I'm hearing changes. Spirit, what answers, clarity, wisdom, and focus can you give me for my old friend, Kim Paul? Wow. I went to pull 1 and I pulled 3. Oh, Kim, I love you to pieces, sweetie. Oh, I'm like scratching everywhere. Sorry. I love you to pieces. All right, my friend. I don't know what you asked about, but I will show you this. Anybody know what this means? Some of you watching probably know what this means. This is the Tower card. The Tower is the card that comes in and goes, bam! See that? Lightning strike. Bam! Strikes lightning. Takes you out of your comfort zone. Now, there's a reason why I wanted to show you this first, because then you have the Page of Wands, but he's reversed this time. We had the Page of Wands come through for somebody else, which is the beginning of an idea, the beginning of a project, moving forward, right? You've had that beginning. You've had that idea. You haven't moved forward. There is a stuckness here. Hold on a second. Indecision, procrastination, plans not working out, or poor communication. letting go of an old plan and embracing a new one, as well as the Fool reversed, which is acting reckless or foolish, restricted or held back. Here, restricted, held back. You are so aware of your restrictions, honey, and you are so aware and rehashing in your mind everything that you can't do, even though you have this idea of what you want to do. You're so aware that you can't do it. But this, you know what this is? This is the 5-lane highway, my friend. This is the 5-lane highway. Have you never heard me describe the 5-lane highway before? Well, let me just quickly tell you what the 5-lane highway is. It is an analogy, one of the first analogies that God and Spirit gave me when I began doing this work. What the 5-lane highway means is that sometimes life is like driving on a 5-lane highway, and we can be in the far left lane. And while we're in that far left lane, we're not liking it very much. And we're praying to God and our loved ones and going, please help me. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be on this road. I want you to take me to Lovetown, or I want you to take me to Jobtown or Happiness Town. Let's just say Happy Town, okay? Please take me to Happy Town. I don't want to be here. And God responds, and God says, oh, absolutely. Happy Town is just a couple miles up. There's an exit coming up there, but you've got to get into your far right lane to get that exit. And here's us. I'm not moving. I can't move. Did you see all the traffic going by here? Like, that's dangerous. I'm not moving. I'm staying right here in this far left lane. God, please bring me to Happy Town. And God's going, I can't bring the exit to you. I can't cut off 4 lanes of traffic here, guys. You've got to move over into the right lane so that you can get the exit for Happy Town. And we just don't comprehend that sometimes. We're so afraid to give up the position of where we are to embrace what we are asking for. And God loves us so much. So you know what he does? Bam! Bam! He moves you out of that comfort zone. In the 5-lane highway analogy, it's an accident right in front of you. And then what you have to do is you steer yourself out of the way. Next thing you know, you're in the right lane because you avoided that accident ahead. And God's like, perfect. Now your exit is right coming up. Now you just take the exit. You're exactly where you want it to be. That's what's going on, Kim. Long story short, that's what's going on, my friend. I want to pull one clarifier and say, when this happens, if Kim can perceive this as happening for her, and thank God for this crazy situation, whatever it might be, and it might even be Tracy's death, honey, right? Not me. If you guys are listening, Kim has a very good friend named Tracy who passed away recently, and it could very well be that his death flew you into this feelings of lack again. But I want to know what is going to happen if Kim acts on this in a positive way. Whoa, look at these flipping around. What happens when Kim perceives this as a good thing and not as more punishment? Because I promise you, Kim, the world doesn't want to punish you, honey. You've had enough of that. The world wants to give you some really good things. What happens? Oh, I just got freaking goosebumps all over my freaking body. What happens? The Knight of Pentacles. This is your guy. This is who you've been waiting for. Slow, steady, wins the race. Just so you guys can see it, he comes in with this nice little shiny pentacle. It is somebody trustworthy, hardworking, solid, stable, everything that I know that you want, sweetheart. So, whatever this tower moment is that has happened or is about to happen in your world, it is going to spur you to start this creative project because you have been stuck and stagnant for too long. Please remember that this is happening for you, not to you. It's happening to align you with what you've asked God for. All right? Okay. I hope that helps. All right. And I'm just saying, I'm so excited for you because there's just such good things coming up on your horizon. I'm your friend. We haven't talked in a long time, but I got goosebumps up and down my whole body because I've met you and known you for a long time, so I can feel your energy that strong. All right, Cindy Bourgon. Cindy, 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 Cindy. Here we go. Cindy, Spirit. What answers, clarity, wisdom, or insight can you give to Cindy? What answers, clarity, wisdom? Woo! Do you see this? They definitely are. Well, I got to put them back in because they're spinning. But you've got things coming out at you here. Could be messy. Could be messy, Cindy. Let's check this out again. Spirit. Answers, insight, wisdom, and clarity can you give to Cindy? Ooh, working hard, long-term goals, working towards something, kind of stuck in your head, though. That's interesting. I'm seeing a decision coming up here, hon. Ooh. Okay, I'm putting those back because I think that's your past energy. Interesting, because this is working hard, okay? So if you can't see this card, this is the card of working hard towards a goal. You see him here. He's like working on those pentacles. There is happiness behind him. There is, it's hard to see here, but there's like a little village behind him here in the background. That just tells me that he's working hard for other people as well. Now, I want you to look at this card. This card is the card of having things in your head, being stuck in your head, having a lot of choices. It can indicate being a little bit stuck in indecision. And what's interesting here is that this is what I was saying. I felt that you're working hard towards something. You're having a little bit of trouble making a decision on something. I want to look that up, though, because I think reversed means that you've actually made it happen. I think reversed is where you've been stuck thinking about something for a while, but when you reverse it, that's like when we implement those energies, you know? Goodness. Yeah, doing the work to make your dreams come true. Literally, first sentence, doing the work, hard work hard, to make your dreams come true. I got to pull a clarifier, though, because I really feel like you're almost there. You're not quite there. It's not like we got the world card. You're not completed this journey yet. So I don't know what your question was. It was almost like, is this worth it? Because you're working so hard and you've been so stuck in your head for a little while here. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, hon. Ace of Pentacles. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out of your head and you got to use your intuition. The High Priestess, all about your intuition, your gut. You got this. See, the cards aren't going to give you that next answer of which direction that it feels like or that you need to go, because that's almost like what the question feels like. It's like, I've been working so hard towards this goal. I've been all up in my head for a while trying to make these choices. Now I have this choice to make and I'm trying to implement this. And is this going to be the right choice for me? Eight of Swords. Reversed. Took me a second. I just had to what does that mean for a second? Yeah. Eight of Swords is a card of feeling restricted. So if I flip it upright, see in the normal tarot, it shows her standing tied to a sword, right? But her legs aren't tied. In this deck, she's knelt, but still her legs are not tied. It may look like she's got all these restrictions around her, but she actually doesn't. She's just got to wiggle free and get out. And reversed is showing that you're wiggling free, that you're getting out, that you're releasing those restrictions. At this point, hun, I don't think it matters what choice, as long as you make a choice. You've been working so hard. When you make the choice, the next leg of the journey will display itself. But it's bigger than what the cards can't just go, oh yeah, it's going to work out all great, because that would not help you in the moment. So what they're telling you is that your immediate future is about being confident in the choices that you make. And as long as you are making choices that keep moving you forward, even if they're baby choices, baby steps and breadcrumbs, that's what I always say. As long as you keep taking those tiny little baby steps, eventually it's like hair growth, right? It grows a tiny little fraction of an inch every single day. But if you look in the mirror the day after you got it cut, you can't tell nothing. But give it a month, you start seeing good progress. So I keep losing my pen. I hope that helps. All right, Marilyn, Thiel. I know I'm talking so much today, you guys, but you got to understand that I haven't done the tarot readings in. Did I miss somebody? I feel like I missed somebody. I don't think I did. If I did, you guys, let me know. I will do a special reading here for you guys. I'm a psychic medium and I lost all my thought. That should be my bumper sticker. Oh, did I cut you off? I'm sorry. Someone took over my brain. Anyway, let's try this again. Okay. Marilyn, Thiel. Marilyn. Insight, wisdom, clarity, and answers. Do you have for Marilyn, Spirit? Insight, clarity, wisdom, and answers. I'm putting it back in because it was on sideways on the floor. Just so you guys are wondering, why do I pick some of them up and some of them I put back? If the card clearly comes out facing me in one direction, flipped up, that's for me. If it's face down or sideways or whatever, it is usually, I consider it like that. It's an influence of something that's going on, but not the main thing. Yeah, you have some interesting influences coming up here, Marilyn. All right, Spirit, quit flipping them and tell me, what does Marilyn need to know? What insight, wisdom, and clarity? Seriously? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, you guys, I say seriously because recognize this card? We just had this card, except for this time it's reversed, right? So what does that mean? That means work not working, feeling stuck. See, you can tell I'm channeling. Woo! Whoever that is, please back up. I'm really not trying to be inappropriate here, you guys. As a psychic medium, when they start making my face all itchy and stuff, that's one of my signs for somebody who deteriorated at the end of their life or who had a sudden unexpected traumatic passing and there was some type of disfiguration. Anyways, so that's happening while I'm doing this. Marilyn, work not working. Something not working out, working hard at something, but feeling like it's not going anywhere. And then you have the moon card, which is my card for fear, my card of illusion, not having all the answers that you feel like you need in order to make a decision going forward. Spirit, give me some validation, some clarity on this situation. What are we talking about here for Marilyn? What is this? What is this? Wow. I wish you guys could see the desk because I flipped it one way and it literally spun around. What is it, Marilyn? It's a calling. You got judgment in here. Judgment. I'm going to read the actual judgment thing, but this is the card that I kept seeing when God made me do this. It's a calling. It's a feeling of something that you just can't walk away from. Hold on here. Sorry for all the flipping pages. An undeniable call from within. Awakening to your true purpose. That's why your work is not working, because there's a true purpose. This didn't give you purpose. This didn't fill your soul up, right? There's a true purpose coming into your world. There's an awakening trying to come in, feeling compelled, feeling change. And you know what? I just think you're afraid to go into this. Whatever this was, you've been a little bit afraid to move into it, even though you're not really liking where you were anymore. This is not fun. I see people stuck in this trap a lot, you guys. And so if this is you, please remember that sometimes people stay in situations because the familiar is not as scary as the unknown. Yeah, the familiar might hurt, but at least I know how it's going to hurt. If I go into the unknown, that could hurt me in ways that I don't even know yet. So we stay in a rut. This is saying you are being called, sweetie. You're being called by the divine, by your inner being, by something higher that says there is true purpose waiting for you. I promise. Dig in. I don't know what that means other than that was weird. I literally heard them say, dig in. I just feel like you need to embrace this change instead of resisting it. Because if you resist it too long and you're still asking for better, you're going to hit that 5-lane highway that we talked about a couple readings ago. And you'll receive a tower moment where God will take it away, what is hurting you or what is preventing you from moving to where your true destiny is, one way or another. So it's one of those situations. It's either you choose or life will choose for you, because there's something better waiting over here, honey. All right, Joy Bigtobacco. Joy, Joy, Joy. I so love your name. All right, Joy, here we go. Here we go. What messages, insights? I have to say Madeline. I think it's for Madeline. Honey, I think you guys both use the same account or something, but as I'm saying Joy, I'm feeling like this is not for Joy. This is for Madeline. That's interesting. So I'm doing this for Madeline. Spirit, what insight, clarity, wisdom can you give to Joy or Madeline for their answer or their question? Oh, sweetheart, sweetheart, sweetheart. Something has you all tied up in knots. Remember that 8 of swords that we were just talking about? And I said in the other deck, she's all chained to the sword. Yeah, here she is. Chained to that sword, right? But I want you to remember, her feet aren't chained, okay? She's not as stuck as she thinks she is. All she's got to do is wiggle free, try real hard, take it one baby step at a time. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. See these people working together? They're trying to get all these staffs up. They're having to work together. It's not easy. There's many challenges, and that one was reversed. So when we reverse that, it's more like, withdrawing from a battle. I think you've been battling or restricted for some time, because this reversed is a battle getting ugly or people being mean or something. This is like one step away from that tarot or that tower moment, honey, because you've been living and baking in these restrictions and telling yourself you're stuck, but you're really not. You can do this. I know it's going to be a struggle and you don't want to do it, but you can do this, because something has to end, honey. It has to end. Do you see that? This is done. It's as done as it can get. Done, 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 done. It's done. And this tells me something better is coming into your world. So, but it can't come in until you let go of what is taking its place, right? You have to let something in. Hold on here. Okay, God, what is coming in her world when she accepts this ending? What is coming in her world when she accepts this ending? Interesting, hun. There's things trying to come in here, but your perception. Hold on a second. So you have the King of Cups reversed, which is feeling unable to handle a complex situation the way that we want to. The Justice card reversed, feeling like there's an injustice, that something is not going our way. It can also indicate legal decisions or legally things not going your way or the way that you wanted them to. And the 3 of Wands, which upright, shows that your ship is just about to come in. And you see it coming in, and you know it was just about to come in, but then this happens. And it's like, I'm going to look it up in the book, but I'm fairly certain that this is talking about, things not working out, upset. Things not working out, upset, upheaval, fretting over the past, unease about the future, chaotic travel, or painful memories. You're stuck, honey. You're all stuck up in your head. You're viewing something as negative instead of positive. Because listen, if you flip these cards back up, you have justice coming in. You have these. See, when we have to pay thousands of dollars to get a degree, we don't call that punishment, right? We call that tuition. When we pay in life experience to get justice, don't call that punishment. I want you to think of it as tuition. On the other side of this experience, your ship will come in. But it's the only thing that is preventing that is this is what's preventing that right now, is you feeling like somebody has to save you. When I promise you, you can save yourself. You can do this yourself. And you might have to do it a little more independently than you wanted to do it. That's interesting. I have my oracle cards here, and I just heard them say, I haven't used them yet, but I just heard Spirit say, pull her an oracle card. Because I just feel like you're going through such maybe a dark night of the soul kind of moment. Here we go. To be fair. Yeah. To be fair. Which is talking about the world being fair. Which is talking about feeling like the world is fair. Feeling like, where's that little book here? I'll read. I just got these, so I'm not fully versed on this. But to be fair, sounds pretty straight up considering what your reading just was. That you're just, sometimes we get stuck on the fact that it's not fair, right? It's like, it's not fair. It so sucks. It's so not fair. You know how many times I've said that in my life? And the more I said it, the more stuck I got. Because as long as you believe it's not fair, then God gives you and the universe gives you more not fair. Because you get what you put out there. All right, so to be fair, balance, justice, a need to consider options, mental or mutual benefit, and the law of cause and effect. I think you got to let other people be responsible for their experiences and their stuff, and you be responsible for yours, and that's all you can do. When you're responsible for yourself and you get yourself unstuck, then you are the example that other people can follow, right? So when they see you unstick yourself, then they go, hey, I'm stuck like she was. She did it herself. I can do this. Be the example, sweetie. I promise this is not happening to you. It's happening for you. All right. Jacqueline Williams. Here we go. Jacqueline Williams. Oops, wrong cards. Jacqueline Williams. Oh, I could feel my heart beating. Jacqueline, I don't know if that's you. Interesting. Jacqueline Williams. Spirit, what insight, wisdom, and clarity can you give to Jacqueline Williams? Weird. The energies around these are interesting, Jacqueline. Okay. Spirit gets bossy in my head sometimes. You should hear when I'm shuffling the cards. They're like, do the big shuffle. Now spin them. Now do it this way. Do it that way. We'll tell you when we're ready. Bam. Oh, that's so good. And 2 cards. Oh, I needed this. Yay, Jacqueline. I don't know what your question was, but bam, you got the Queen of Wands coming in. She's boss baby. This is my card. This is passion, a fiery element. It can indicate an air or an Aries or a fire sign. Leo, Sag. It's usually independence. It is passion. I'm going to read her sign just to be sure before I tell you the next amazing card that came up for that. I just want to make sure I'm reading her properly. Yeah, a person with great charisma, energy, passion, full of ideas on how to get things done. Appreciates life with deep self-knowledge and self-transformation. Agile, quick-minded, passion towards a project and community. Warm, loving, capable, all of this stuff. And do you see this? One of the best money cards, beginning cards. It's this big pentacle. It's this big coin. You're starting a new job, or this is a new beginning in some way that brings out all your passion, that brings out the best of you. I'm going to ask for a clarifier here, but that's really awesome. I wish I knew what your question was. If this is about a new job, no matter what it is, new job, new romance, new nothing, it is going to bring out a really great side of you. It is a great new beginning. Eight of Swords. You were restricted. You were bound by all these rules and beliefs. You had to use your intuition to get the heck out of this situation. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I love about them. Literally, this is the story, okay? 8 of Cups, restriction. You just left that situation which you thought you were restricted in. The Hierophant, rules, beliefs, systems, things that we have to do, rituals, traditions. You kept doing the motions because you thought you had to. And then you used your intuition, your gut, your instinct to rely on yourself, to walk away from whatever it was that was holding you back in that restriction. And because you did that, you now have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. That is a new beginning. What did I say? New beginning, new beginning. This tells me it's probably in love, right? So either you're starting a new relationship, or this is a new beginning in your relationship, or it is a new job that you are going to love. But this is awesome. I wish everybody could have a great reading. Could have that be their answer, I should say. Not that every reading's not great if your information is tougher. Sometimes that clarification is just as good. It's just I want everybody to get money and blessings, right? Okay. I want everybody to be at that position, I guess, where they're ready to receive. Because that's the funner position. But that's okay, because we're all working towards that, right? We're all on our way there. All right, Charlene Valvasori Johnson. Charlene Valvasori Johnson. Spirit, what answers, wisdom, clarity can you give to Charlene? See, that came out a little bit sideways, but I'm going to keep it into consideration because it's mostly upside down. Hold on. Answers. I'm going to put it back in and just keep it in mind. Knight of Swords reversed. See, they're flipping. Sometimes they do that if they want me, because remember, the cards want us to tell a story. So if the words aren't in the right order, they will flip all over the place trying to get themselves in the right order because they want to tell a story. Right, guys? All right, here we go. Charlene. Spirit. Answers, wisdom, clarification for Charlene. Yeah. All right, Charlene. All right. Give me a second here. Interesting, because that's what I thought. So the 4, reverse, stop pouting, move on from disappointment, recovering from depression or the blues. It's a card calling you to get into action, to start taking action. It is a card of after you have been in retreat for a while or not doing anything for a while. The Temperance card. Now, temper. Think about temper. Temper. What are we saying when we have a temper? A temper is how we handle stuff, right? How we control stuff. It is the temperance of things in our world. And you have the temperance coming up reversed. So that tells me, I think, that you feel like you can't control things around you. Excess, unbalanced, overwhelmed, things not working out, wasted, fermenting, self-centered, or making a mess. Not utilizing resources, neglecting your health. Interesting. Withholding of resources or lack of resources. So, okay, let me look at this again. Yeah, then the last card that you come in, this is negative self-talk, honey. This is a lot of negative self-talk going on here. You feel like you can't do it. You're telling yourself you can't do it. You're telling yourself you don't have what you need to do it. And yet then you have the Hermit come in. Now, the Hermit is the card about going inward. It is the card of, it can be a counselor, a teacher, somebody that gives us advice. It can also be a sign of going inward and retreating and thinking about things. But you've been doing that for some time. I think that you need some wisdom or some advice on this one. That's where this guy's coming in. I'm going to pull a clarifier here. What clarifier can you give us? Yeah, the Sun. Stop thinking so much, because the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. This is telling you that no matter what this situation is that you're fretting about, thinking that you don't have the resources to make it happen, you do, because the Sun is the happiest card in the deck, honey. Good things are coming. Maybe go inward for a little bit, but this time go inward, not with the ideas of freaking out, but go inwards, reminding yourself that we have people all around us that are helpers. You have the insight, the wisdom, and the people around you that can help you get the answers that you need to head towards that sunshine, right? All right. Tianna. Now, Tianna, I wrote your name down because I could not find it when I was doing the list this morning, but I saw it yesterday and the day before, and I don't know why I did a mental note, but then today I couldn't see it anywhere, so I wrote your name down anyway. So, we'll see. All right, here we go. Spirit, answers, clarity, wisdom, or insight can you give to Tianna? Ooh, there we go. Working at something, institution. Tianna, this is good. So the Three of Pentacles is a sign of working together. It can be institutions, contracts, businesses, people working together. It can be marriage, unions, thinking like that. And a new beginning. And, well, not so much new beginning, the implementation of a new beginning. The Magician card is the card of manifestation. It is the card of implementation. It's the card of having everything you need to just get going. I want some clarity here on this. What are we talking about here? What is this? What is the Magician? Give me some clarity on the Magician. King of Wands. Oh, sorry, I got this itch. King of Wands, a beginning of a new project. Hold on, I want to read this. Not a beginning of a new project, a completion of a project or a person. I'm really getting a person here, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think you've been working towards something, because this is a leader, a visionary, someone with excellent communication skills, a good grasp on getting things done, passion for a project, someone with great responsibility, someone gifted at turning difficult situations into possible outcomes. Yeah, this is somebody helping you with whatever this is that you've been trying to set up. I see it coming in really easy, and you're going to have the help to make it happen as well. This is like the completion of a project, things working together, and the manifestation. I'm seeing opening or beginning. This, I don't know what your question was, but that looks really good. Okay, some just don't need too much explanation, right? All right, Trisha. Please understand, you guys, I am trying to hurry as well, because I have the messages from Spirit coming up right after this. I'm going to pause both of these or turn them off after I do Trisha's reading. I'm going to do my Sage and my Blessing, which I do before every single medium reading that I do. And then I will come back on and we will do messages from Spirit. Please remember that you have to be a member to get those messages. I need you guys to make sure that you wait at least 4 weeks in between your messages. It gives me a chance to get everybody a message, all of the members a message every month, and it allows enough time to lapse in between your readings so you get a better reading. If you call me every week, you're going to get the same reading every week, right? So, all right. Trisha, interesting. I don't know that applied, but I'm going to keep it right there. Trisha, I want you to think about your question for me here. Spirit, what insight, wisdom, guidance? Wow, that didn't work. That's how you know they didn't want to go together that way. That's what I mean. They tell their own darn story. They won't let you make it wrong. Insight, wisdom, clarity, or answers can you give to Trisha? Insight, wisdom, answers, clarity can you give to Trisha? Insight, wisdom. Oof. Okay, well, that's about as flipping in my hand as you can get. You have a story coming out here, though, sweetie. Oh, this is a good story. Okay, this is a good story. So first you have the Two of Wands, okay? So the Two of Wands is a card of liking where you are. He's got the world in his hands. You're okay with where you are. Looking out, making plans. This is like, yeah, I'm in junior high and I'm loving junior high this year. I'm not in elementary school anymore, but I know I'm going to high school and I'm going to enjoy where I am right now, but I'm going to dream about where I'm going, right? And then you get the Wheel of Fortune, which is like a stroke of good luck, something going your way, something popping into your reality, a gift, a blessing, something coming to help make whatever this is you're dreaming about. There's a Wheel of Fortune moment coming in to help make that happen. But it doesn't come in the way that you think it is. See, remember, as I'm losing weight, my body's hurting and stuff too, right? So sometimes as things come in, they look differently than what we think they are. So as the weight's going off and the pain is going up while the weight's coming off, I can tell myself that I'm broken, or I can tell myself that I'm healing. You have a state of indecision. And I think we've been working together long enough, hon, that I think you get this. To be honest with you, none of these cards are reversed. None. I think you get this. I think that you have been in this state of indecision for a little while. You feel like you don't have all the information yet to make a decision or to make the choice that you need. There's the blindfold, right? But you do have the guidance. You do have the counsel. You do have the insight. You do have the wisdom that you need to make this choice. Whatever this choice is that you're trying to make about the going forward, you have that Wheel of Fortune card that's coming in there. That's, whatever you do, there's going to be a stroke of good luck that goes with it because you've done the work, sweetie. Yeah, you don't have to feel like you're left out in the cold anymore. I think you felt like you were left out in the cold for a while. And it's important that you change that thought here. Yeah, because this is what you got coming in, girl. Boom, boss baby. This is another card that symbolizes Aries. It's the Emperor. This is the card of, well, let me just read the book. It's the bosses. It is being authority, being in charge. Dun, 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 dun. Construction, doer, leader, architect, authority, leadership, stability, power, responsibility, ambition, strong person, good judgment. This is so awesome. You've been planning this for a while. You get a stroke of good luck that helps you defeat that indecision that you've been in. Go inward. You have the wisdom, the strength to make this decision, to remind yourself that you are not out in the cold anymore, that you have everything that you need to be the emperor, to be that person in authority, to be that trusted authority figure. That's really awesome. Okay, you guys, I am running late. So like I said, I'm going to put this stuff away, get situated for Messages with Spirit, where I communicate with people who've passed away. Members, so far, I think I only have one person on my list. So if you haven't had a reading in a while, you can email me right now and I'll try to write your number down real quick before we get started. If not, I will be posting the number on the YouTube video, not on the Instagram because I don't know how to do that yet. But I will be posting that number on the video and then you can just call in. Guys, thank you guys all for hanging out. All these comments that were on Instagram, please understand I can't read them all because as soon as I click off, then they all disappear on me. The YouTube ones, I will absolutely be reading those before I delete them. But when I save the video, they all go away too. So I will write down all the likes and shares that I can see from this before they disappear. And I will see you guys all here next week for more tarot. Have a great week, you guys. Take care.